So, um, what would you say uh, you were in music, you were attracted to environmentalism, you were at the um, Clakewood Sound blockade, you've been speaking about like not having people on pedestals, about being the change that you want to see in the world. And I'm wondering, like, would you be willing to try and describe what it is that's like burning in you? What is burning in you? Uh, what is it that's making you go to Claykwa? What's making you go to India? Um, uh, yeah, could you speak about that?
Um, basi- uh, for me, basically, I feel that we live in a very unjust world. I don't know if unjust is the correct word, but there are so many people on our planet live in poverty, and we live in comparison to what two-thirds of the world's population, we live in absolute wealth, and I don't feel comfortable with that. I haven't done for many years. I don't feel, and the reason why those people are poor is because of our lifestyle. And that lifestyle now, it's really coming out what that lifestyle entails and what it's doing, not only to other people on our planet, but other species of plant, animal, insect, our planet overall. It's crazy, it's ridiculous, and it's like this whole free market economy, capitalist system, whatever. It doesn't work. It the the main premise behind it is constant growth, and we live on a finite planet. We cannot have constant growth on a finite planet. It's it's physically impossible. Yet the people that are seem to be the ones that are passing the laws and dictating to us how we should be living our lives and what they should be doing. And it's crazy. It's craziness. It really is. And as I said earlier, I think and I feel that all human beings are inherently good and inherently compassionate. And the more that's one reason, a great reason for traveling around the world is you see that and you feel that from people. So how is it that we? It seems the majority of people are like that, yet there is this group of people on top who just suck that out of us. And we people care about their children, their grandchildren. It's like the way we're treating our planet right now doesn't show that we care about future generations. And how would we feel? Well, maybe that's a little bit of it as well, is that previous generations have acted the same way that we're acting now, but now we know. We're aware now. Before they may have been ignorant of the fact. They didn't know what impact they were having. Now we know. And I think, yeah, it's just, and a lot of people don't want to live in this violent world that's been created by, well, it's there. I'm not going to say it's being created by the West, but it's it's ridiculously violent. it's, and that doesn't make anybody happy. I think we'd all much rather be living in a healthy, happy world than one that's in decay, being abused, being destroyed, full of violence. Like, I don't want to live in a world like that. And it is like that. So that's what's burning in me, is to try and change that.
And I wonder about if there's any potential or any places where you uh, like draw inspiration, or where maybe you're seeing the beauty of life shining through, or uh, you know, I might say, what is it that keeps you going? Or I might say, like, are there places where you're really finding some inspiration?
Um, I think definitely um, farming or gardening, however you want to call it, to me they're pretty the same thing. I mean, that connection, it's corny, it's kind of cliche, but that connection with the earth. And it's interesting because I've spent quite a lot of time over the last decade in different um, um, yoga communities and intentional communities, and it's so interesting to see people arrive. And obviously they're coming because they want nourishment. They maybe don't know what nourishment they need. But I would say at least 90%, the first thing when they're asked what do they want to do as a task, they're like, go work in the garden. It's incredible. It's so incredible. And it's like a subconscious connect that they know we all need to reestablish. And yeah, you see it. It's so, and as soon as people get their hands in the soil and they plant seed and you see something growing, it's inspiring. You know, it's so inspiring. So definitely that keeps me going, but that is also now so heavily tied into the the bigger picture of certain companies and organizations trying to control seed and food. So, but days like today as well. You know, it's beautiful, warm sun.